Hey everybody, this is Dante with East Coast Gridiron. I'm here with Dominic Russo, the Supervisor of Client Services for Zebra Technologies. How are you doing today? Doing well. As far as your position and kind of like your background, you work for the NFL. Can you kind of just give us a little glimpse of where you were before and where you are now?
Yeah, so going way back, my first internship out of college, I worked in a college athletic department, just on the event management side, and kind of just eventually ended up getting my master's in statistics after college, and then I ended up going to the NFL and working with the NFL at the NFL League office in their game statistics department, and working with them, and that eventually led me to the job here at Zebra. So
Right.
I've been here now since about 2017. Working with Zebra and helping with the Next Gen Stats project.
Nice. And I also have a background in data and analytics too, so it's really cool to sit next to somebody that understands that type of stuff with numbers. And as far as data and analytics as well, as far as all the analytics that you guys post all week long for us with all the players, what's kind of like your favorite one that you always look at?
Yeah, I mean, I always go towards a simple one, which is easy for everyone to understand. And I know data and analytics sounds really complicated, but I think keeping it simple with the speed is always the easiest. It's the most relatable. It's the easiest one to talk about with people that aren't familiar with numbers and data. So I always like looking out for the speed. It's easy to look for. It's easy to talk about, and it's easy to see on the field too, from scouts and someone that may not be as analytically or data driven.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of players that kind of surprised us, like Sam Hartman was one of the faster quarterbacks this week as well. And you kind of don't see that a lot from him, but might have been the system or whatever. But seeing it out here was, it's been pretty, starstruck when you see that on the board. As far as working with the NFL now, I know you guys made the announcement on February 3rd that you guys are doing some other things with them. Is there a specific analytic that they look for? Or is it a group of analytics that they kind of just gravitate to that they ask you guys for?
Yeah, so ultimately we're the data provider for the NFL. So we provide the raw data that's collected. So that's player location, where they're on the field, acceleration, speed. So we supply all of that data to the NFL, and the NFL with their Next Gen Stats NFL group is there creating all that data and all that metrics that you would see, such as completion probability, separation. You can get formational data, where guys are lining up, motion, all those different things that are in a normal football game. You're able to get that from the tracking data that they're getting from us, and the NFL ultimately is using all of that tracking data to come up with all their algorithms, and with Amazon as well, to have this big data set of games now going all the way back to when we started tracking, to see all these trends and data, and all of that ultimately stems from the tracking data that we're providing them.
Okay, and I kind of want to keep on the NFL train here. I mean, obviously this is why these players are here this week, to kind of surprise those guys. I know with Zebra Technologies, you guys do a lot outside of just things like the Senior Bowl and East West Shrine Bowl this year. You guys work with medical companies, hospitals, some businesses for different things. One thing that I saw that was interesting is you guys help businesses out with keeping their equipment, their inventory up to stock, helping out with the numbers there as well. Is that something that you guys are honing in for, like all the teams in the NFL with like their equipment staff and things like that as well?
Yeah, so it's definitely a possibility. It's Zebra wants to make companies more efficient, just like we do here with the player tracking, and being able to keep everyone organized. So that's definitely something that we could definitely do for the NFL is expanding on the other opportunities that we do really good at. For example, here if you look at the credentials here, all the credential barcodes, all that is provided by Zebra as well. So that's another part of the business that we're involved in, and we're involved here at the Senior Bowl.
So I appreciate your time. I got two more questions for you. AI has been a big, huge thing, especially over like the last year with ChatGPT and things like that. How you guys have incorporated that into your business? Has it been super helpful with this new wave of AI that's coming in?
Yeah, from the sports side and from the player tracking, we haven't dove into it. In the other aspects, like you said, it's definitely starting to become a big thing and to be incorporated into the business. That's not necessarily where where I'm helping out I'm only on the sports side, so I know we're definitely working on it and trying to see where it could provide us an advantage, but I can't speak to the specifics of where exactly.
Yeah, of course.
But on the sports side, like you said, it's going to be a big thing. Maybe not with us, but definitely with the data and everything that's coming in, and even with it, like football is, I was telling some others, football is still 11 on 11. You got you got a lot of moving parts at different times.
Right.
Even with the AI stuff, football is impossible to predict.
Exactly.
Just like with the Ravens losing this last week, the Lions losing a game that was 24-7. Football's unpredictable, and I think that's why everyone loves it. So
right.
Even with the incorporation of AI and everything, and trying to increase your odds of certain things, it's still humans involved, which makes football great, which is why I love it.
Yeah, I think that's why all of us are here, right? Because we love it as well, and you guys have been a huge part of it. And I was looking at the stats and everything from last year, and just looking at the guys that were there, and then seeing where they ended up on the teams as well. And it's not a mystery on what your technology is doing and how it's helping people kind of see inside of these players even further, more than what you're seeing with your eyeballs here, but getting that data and analytics on the sheet. And of course, for guys like us, that really does matter, right?
Yeah.
The last question for you: in 5 years, where do you see Zebra Technologies? Is it did you guys want to reach out to other sports organizations out there outside of football, maybe the NBA and things like that? Where do you kind of see Zebra Technologies in the next 5 years?
Yeah, so obviously we want to stay involved with the NFL. We've developed a really good relationship with the NFL now. We know what works, we know what doesn't work. They're a great partner to work with. The most popular sports league in the world, so they're great to work with. So continuing on that partnership with the NFL, definitely something we want to do. Continuing with events like this, with the Senior Bowl and the East-West Shrine, we do the East-West Shrine game as well. Continuing to expand those events. Continuing to expand potentially into college, as that becomes bigger and bigger. That's still a data set that definitely, hasn't been touched upon. We touch upon it here with the Senior Bowl, and I think we see all the traction that we get from that and all the good data. And I can only imagine getting something like that with a set of teams or a conference or wherever that
probably
may
opens
be.
the gate for that stuff, right?
It definitely opens up a lot of possibilities. That helps with scouting as well, with teams that would want that data. So I think there's definitely a lot of possibilities within football, which is where we've had a lot of success. So I think staying within that, and then obviously being open to other opportunities in other sports where that makes sense is something that we would definitely be interested in wanting to do.
All right. Well, this has been Dante with East Coast Gridiron and Dominic Russo from Zebra Technologies. We appreciate your time today, and we look forward to seeing this thing grow as well. We hope for success for you guys in the future as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.